4x4s with the cut in the middle, okay? And you also, it's called drainage sponge. And then you have I don't want to say, the ribbon to tie the trach back in place. This is the exact kit that you have in the hospital. Okay, the same kit that you're going to use here is the same thing you're going to do in the hospital, the same thing they're going to require of you when they send you to do a trach care. All right? So, and then, so we're going to slip this on the side so I know that's there, because these are two separate things, okay? And then you have this here is your setup to do your trach. This here is what you're going to put the saline into suction. And you could see it out of the whole system, right? So it's sterile, but it's clean. So you're going to take your saline and you're going to put it in here to begin. Now, I'm also going to put saline in here because remember I needed to put the inner tubing in this. So here we go. This one here, thank goodness, has 2 gloves in it.
Why usually comes with one?
Yeah.
Why? I don't have one hand.
Because you only need 1 sterile glove. The next one is a clean glove. Okay, so there we go. And now, this is your suction catheter. How does it work? You're going to connect this onto the suction. Remember what we set up before? Mm-hmm. And now, when you want to suction, you're going to close this, and it's going to suck the saline out. All right? Both hands are sterile until you touch this. Mm-hmm. Then this hand becomes a clean hand. You guys got that? Yes. Mm-hmm. So let's turn it on. Continuous.
So your dominant hand is always sterile?
Yes. And here, connected here. Once I close this off, I have suction. You know you always check to make sure the suction works before you stick it in your patient. It works. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. And by me putting it in there, I'm also lubricating it. All right? So you put it in, you suction it, you make sure it works, it lubricates it. Now, this is where things get kind of tricky because you need to keep this hand sterile, but you need this hand to help you with. Next thing, turn your oxygen on. And now, you need to take this oxygen and you need to connect this to this. And you need to ambibag your patient. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it off, and now you want to suction your patient. You go in with no suction on, go in, until the patient coughs so you can't go any further. Then you put your hands over here, and now you swirl it around as you're coming out. And whatever's in that tube, you're going to be suctioning. Clear the tubing, ambibag the patient again. Okay, take it off.
How many times was it the ambibag?
Twice. Oh, you mean this? You can do 3 times, 3 to 4 times. Go back in, suction the patient. Okay. When you reach the resistance, close it off, swirl it around as you're coming out. Okay. Clear your tube. Ambibag the patient. Okay, take it off. Okay. And now, this is when you're finished here now. Get rid of that. You could actually shut that off. Now you want to take the inner piece out.
your sterile hands?
You finish. Okay, here you go. I took this out. I'm going to put this in here because I want to clean that. Now I need to change gloves and go to my other kit, the trach care now. So this here was for my suctioning. Now I took my inner cannula out, and this is where at this point you could just leave the oxygen on so the patient gets a little bit of oxygen while you do what you need to do.
Leave the oxygen on, like just laying there? Like
Just
or
lay
we
it
just
there.
down to
Or
hold
you can
it?
have a, usually the patients have like a trach collar. But this one don't, so we'll just leave it there. This goes in the garbage. Now, I'm going to, you could sanitize your hands or you could do nothing, it's okay. Just get rid of this stuff here. In the garbage. And now we're ready to use this kit. This is where we're going to go on now to do trach care. Remember now we have the inner cannula out. Okay. This is basically like a clean procedure to tell you the truth.
Oh, because the trach is in there,
Yeah.
that's not sterile anymore.
This is for the gauze sponge that you're going to take away, and you're going to put it in the garbage. In the garbage, okay? I don't know why there's no garbage here. Do me a favor and just slide the garbage over for me.
Around the trach.
It was it from,
That
that's
was
when it was
around the tray.
from before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So here we go. Remember this here? This came out the inner piece, right? And we had this soaking in the saline. Now, there's this brush. So now you're going to use this brush to clean the inside. Okay? So that's you. You use the brush and you clean the inside. Once you can sure that it's clean, you're going to take that, rinse it out a little bit. You're going to take this and now dry it. These ones here, I'm going to take these here, and I'm going to use these here to clean around the trach if I needed to. Now what I did wrong was that I should have swabbed these first with the clean saline before I scrub the brush. So just pay attention to that. Take this, dip it in the water before you scrub this. Because if this is very dirty, everything now is in the water. Okay?
Can that be in the water when you dip?
Yes,
That,
because we didn't do anything with it. And now you're going to take this and you're just going to clean around the outside. So you go around here. Go to the other side, clean it up.
Are we replacing that plastic strap and all that? or-
Yes. Go behind here, clean up anything that you may see. Go in the back there and clean up anything that you may see. Okay? So now it's basically clean, right? Take this, just a regular 4x4, and you're just going to dry if you think anything is wet around here. Okay. Now, the trach in real life, the patient's going to cough. So when you're going to loose this, you're never going to loose both at the same time. Because if you loose the two and the patient's cough, he's going to shoot that trach out. And you can't get it back in. Okay? So now let's take this. This is our string. We're going to put it back behind his neck. Okay? So it's on either side. And now I just want to loosen one side at a time. And I'm going to put the new one in. Okay? Tie it in place. Okay? And then I'm going to take this. You see how this goes? I have a slit between here?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take this and I'm going to slide it back under. So one end is under there. And the next end, you see, because I already tied this part. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to sit like that. Now I'm going to loosen this one. You notice that I'm also securing it. I'm holding it to make sure that it's not going to come completely out. Loosen that. Now I'm going to pull this away. This becomes garbage. This here now I'm going to slide under in place. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's in place. And then I am now going to just tie it back.
So, Persona, you usually do 2 double knots? That's what you
Yeah,
do?
I do. Sometimes you see them do like a slip knot. I never do a slip knot because it's easier for me, because when I go to take this off, I am going to throw it away. So does it matter that it has a knot? Almost finished, okay? I'm not going to put it tight enough to put a hole in his neck to give him a stage 2, but I'm doing it tight enough so that it stays in place. You see it now? It's in place. Don't forget this that you have to put back in. Remember, this was the dried inner piece that you're going to put back in. So now you're going to hold it, and it should be dry, and you stick it back in. And then lock it in place. Finish? Let's give you a little bit of oxygen. Okay, and then you would have put the oxygen back on the patient if he was receiving oxygen, and you're finished.